Welcome back. Today we'll go for the part 2, that is features of management. We have already studied in detail about the meaning of management in part 1. So now we'll just as a refresh, we will see what is the meaning of management. Management is the art of getting things done by a group of people with the effective utilization of available resources. There are various definitions given by various management gurus, but simply management is the process of the functions of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling the operations to achieve specified objectives. Okay. So in this part 2, here we are to study the features of management. What are its features? Organized activities, existence of objectives, relationship among resources, working with and through people, and the last one is decision making. We'll study in detail one by one. Yes, in our part 1, we have already studied as a concept of management, that is, management is a process. So in that process, we have studied about organized activities. So management is a process of organized activities. Management exists wherever a group of people are working towards a common objective. A group of people cannot perform without organized activities, naturally. So we have studied a group of people. Group of individuals is not a team. You have to frame it as a team and you have to give them an objective. Then they have to work in coordination to reach that objective. And for reaching that, what we require? We require organized activities. We require a process. If they follow that process, then only they can reach their objective very efficiently. So in this structures, we have different types of organization with their own methods of structures. Now, for example, the organized activities can take any variety of forms ranging from tightly structured organization. Tightly structured means the structure is very strict. You have to follow that structure. It is completely framed out. There are bigger organizations like Tata Iron and Steel Company. It's a tightly structured. That means the structure is fixed. You have to follow that structure only. In other way, you also have loosely knit organizations. That is, some local organizations, if you consider a small business company, it is not completely structured. We can call it as loosely structured organization. All organizations have one thing in common. They want to progress efficiently towards the achievement of their objectives throughout the coordinated efforts of the people. Okay, so your aim is to reach the objective, but how you can reach? Only with the coordinated efforts of your employees, that is the people. And here last point, you see, each individual's personal objectives contribute to the overall objectives of the group. When you are working, you should have a good ethics. You are working for your team. Ultimately, you are working for your organization. You should have an objective. You want to work for the group. You want to work for the organization. With that concept, you have to proceed. So management becomes the means by which random action is controlled. This is one of the main feature of management, organized activities. Okay. Yes, second one is existence of objectives. All organizations are deliberate and purposive creation with some set of objectives. Without objectives, there is nothing. You want to do a small work, there is an objective for that. If you are sitting for study, your objective is to complete this topic. That's your objective and you have to reach that. Without objective, there is nothing. The organizational objectives are the desired state of affairs which an organization attempts to realize. The realization of objectives is sought through the coordinated efforts of the people constituting an organization. Okay, the objectives are clear, it should be clearly set, and every individual should work towards that organization objectives. Then only we can succeed. Okay, so existence of objectives. Yes, third one, relationship among resources. What are these resources? Very simple. Man, machine and materials. Okay, and money of course. Resources include money, machine, materials and people. All resources are made available to the manager. Now consider yourself as a manager. You have been provided with a team. Team is what? A group of people. Along with other resources. What are those? Machine, materials and of course finance. Manager has organized activities to achieve set of goals. You have been given an objective and a process, organized activities to reach those goals. Manager with his knowledge, experience, principles, established relationships among the available resources to achieve the desired results. So suddenly when you join, you are not a manager, but with full knowledge. If you have that complete knowledge, you can lead a team. When you have experiences, you can still lead it in a more better way. So as a leader with your knowledge and with your experience, what you have to do, establish relationship among these resources that has been given to you by the organization. And these resources are necessary and they have to work integratedly to reach your goals. Thus, the essence of management is integration of various organizational resources. It is important for management to take care of integration of human resources, as at operational level, people use various physical and other resources. Okay, it is very important how you deal with your employees. You have to have an integration. You have to take care of the integration of especially human resources, because at zero level they are working. Thus, management is concerned with the proper utilization of human resources, which in turn utilize other resources. As I have told you, you have many resources, but who is going to use them? Mainly human employees. They are going to use the other resources to work and reach the objectives set by the organization. So always as a leader, take care of your employees. Relationship among resources. And the fourth one is working with and through people. Okay. Management involves working with people and getting organizational objectives achieved through them. The superior subordinate relationships are created because of organized activities. You see, you are a leader, you are a manager, you have been given a team. Now, with your knowledge and experience and a process, you have to use the resources that has been given to you to achieve that set of goals. Now, how we are going to utilize the other resources with the help of the employees, the individuals, the group of people that has been given to you. And there should be a relationship between the superior and the subordinate, the manager and the employees. Maintain a good relationship, convince them and get the work done. The actual work is performed by people at operational level. As I told you, people are working there at the operational level, the lowest level in the organization, through the assignment and reassignment of activities. You have certain organized work, certain set of work. people, the employees that have been given to you are working at organizational level. They are the real workers. They know the ground realities. So you have to subordinate with them. You have to coordinate with them, assign activities or reassign activities and get the work done. Thus, a sizable proportion of management principles relates to how human beings can put better efforts in the organization. Okay, this is working with and through people. Yes, the last one, decision making. Management process involves decision making at various levels for getting things done by others. Every step you need to take the decision, and as a manager you're the person who have to take the decisions. Decision making basically involves selecting the appropriate alternative out of several. So decision making is what you have so many alternatives. Each one has its own importance, and now you have to select the best out of the alternatives that has been given to you. The growth of organization depends on the decision taken by the managers. Decision taking is very important. Once you take a good decision, you are in a right path. Sometimes it may happen that you are into a wrong decision. So there you face difficulties. The success or failure of managers can be judged by the quality of decision that they make, as I told you. Success and failure, it totally depends on the decision. So many times in our day-to-day routines, we take wrong decisions. But when you take wrong decisions, always learn from them and try to take always good decisions. Analyze, study all the alternatives you have, then choose the best out of that. Take time, but choose the best. Then only you can go for success. Okay, this is decision making, and again regarding decision making you will be studying in detail in your further parts. So all of us have studied about this management, its features, concept. We'll just go for this story. Okay, what is that story? That not my job. The title of the story is This Is Not My Job. All of you have already heard about this. Just as a refresh, we'll study about this once again. This is a story about 4 people. Who are those? Everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. Okay, shall I repeat? Everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. There was an important job to be done. Okay, very important job. Everybody was sure that somebody will do it. Everyone was sure that someone will do it. But anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. Okay. It ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have. Okay. So this is what is management. Don't follow like this type of stories. This is a lesson for you. You have so many people with you. You have a team. You should know how to manage that team. See that everybody has their own objectives. Everybody is integrating and working for you. As a manager, you have certain set of goals. Make your people work for that particular goal, and you're moving towards your objective in a right path. Then only you can succeed. Okay. So thank you. We have studied about the first part, which was the meaning and concept of management. Part 2, we have studied about the features of management, and watch my next video for nature of management. That will be the part 3. Okay. Thank you.